and welcome back to Slash Bash. This is the October prompt, so this is prompt 10, and one of the challenges this month is to get some ribbon used up. I have so much ribbon. I think the idea was to make a background out of ribbon, but really just do whatever you like to get some ribbon used up. I'm going to use quite a lot on this day out, that's my plan anyway, but I have got so much ribbon, I don't have anywhere to store it anymore. I used to love it, and I just don't use it so much on layouts these days. I also don't make as many cards as I used to. I used to use it a lot on cards, so that's where my surplus of ribbon has come from. I am planning to put this heart in the middle of my layout. I'm yet to decide if I'm going to fill in all the shapes. Maybe, maybe not. Possibly not. Might have too much going on otherwise. And use a photo. I don't think I'll put it in the middle. I think I'll probably offset it a bit, but I won't add that till much later. And I've chosen this for my background, which has got lots of loops on it. And then this one for my is like a border, small border. And I plan to take inspiration from the colours in the spots for the colours of ribbons I'm going to put round. As for the ribbons, I intend to make a lot of little shapes like this and arrange them around my heart, and I thought I might secure each one in place with a brad or a button, because I've got lots of those as well. So it's going to look quite busy, so I'm still trying to work out what colours of ribbons to use. Do I stick for just a few, or do I really go all out and use all different ones? I've got some different thicknesses. I've got some thin ones here, I've got a textured one there, that one there, chevrons, which is a silky one. But then I've also got a whole load of double stitched colours. These are my favourite ribbons. I've always loved these. Just love the double stitch look, or saddle stitch I think it might be called, and I've got absolutely loads of them. I've got every colour under the sun, I think. So they're very nice. They also give good splashes of colour because they're not like this one's got two different colours in it. Pro won't show up as well. I've got some other spotty ones or striped ones, but these ones will really give a good pop of colour. So again, I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of the colours or if I'm just going to pick out a few. I think I'll start off with a few and see what it looks like, and then I can decide if I'm going to add in some more colours as I go along. So yeah, that's my plan. It's quite an ambitious layout for me. I wouldn't normally put so much ribbon on one layout, but something does have to be done about the ribbon stash. So yeah, I'm just going to see how I go and go from there. So I'll start off by making the base of my layout. I'm just going to trim my middle sheet down to 11.5 inches. And as I said, I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to do with my heart shape. So for now, I'm just going to tack it into place with a small amount of tape here and there, so that I can easily put it off later if I want to. I am going to put it in the middle, which is again something I don't normally do. But so my photo will probably be offset. I can see it being there or there maybe, but anyway, we'll see. Okay, so first piece of ribbon then. I will tape them all in place first, I'm also a bit worried about how long to cut them, so I can always go round once I've finished all of my pieces of ribbon and trim the ends to size. I don't know, and I'm not quite sure how this middle bit's going to work because they'll be like this and like this. So I have to think about that in a bit more detail in a minute. But these outside ones, I'm going to adhere like that. And I'm going to tape them all in place. And then I'll secure them with brads later. Okay, so that's my first one down. See, I'm unsure about colours already. Maybe if I should stick to shades of pink and shades of green, that might work. But I want to use all of them. That's quite a nice colour scheme. I'm not sure that pink goes. And I could also bring those ones in. Yep. And the chevron. Okay, I might stick with those and see how I go. Right, so ribbons everywhere. Okay. Okay, so I have attached a lot of ribbon to my layout. I still have some little sticky areas. I went and taped it all into place so that it wouldn't move. Now, I had originally thought that I might do some sewing, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go with the whole brads and buttons thing that I mentioned earlier. So I have a lot of brads. And I'm just going to start off by poking brads through, and I'll randomly add a button here and there too. I think too many buttons will not work. Okay, so I have got all of my ribbons on and all of my brads in place. I decided not to go for buttons in the end, just to stick with the brads, although I may still add some later, but I didn't want to work it into the bit that went all the way around. I thought it looked quite nice with the brads. So I need to stick down my heart properly. It's probably okay where it is, but that'll be okay. I think I'm going to disturb it too much if I take it all the way off. But there we go. I could add some stitching. No, not going to complicate this any further. And okay, so my little photo will probably sit about there. I do need to add a few little layers underneath it, and for that I'm probably going to use Project Life cards because I've got gazillions of them, and they're nice and small and therefore nice and easy to work with. I like that. Remember that one time? That's quite cool. So I don't want to make this part too big because I don't want to cover up too much of what I've got. I'm already conscious that I've covered up all of those brads that's under there, which is slightly annoying. But there you are. That's quite... I really like that, but I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to work that in. It's around the wrong way if I poke it there. So I might just stick with those two. And I've got a little frame somewhere that's quite like to get used. I'm just going to go and find that and we'll pop back. Okay, so I found that frame after much searching. Honestly, I was only saw it yesterday, and it's like a gold sparkly one there, and I'm going to get this layout put together now. So I want that. Remember that one time to poke it out at the top, and I decided I am going to use these hearts, even though they are the wrong way. That biggest, most prominent one is actually the right way around, so that's decided is okay. I will use it. Okay. And then I'm going to raise this frame up on sticky foam pads. And now that I've got my little tiny layout in place, I'm going to just keep my embellishment quite simple because there's so much going on this layout that I don't want to detract from that or add to the chaos. Either way, I don't want to add too much. That won't go in there, annoyingly. I might just have to stick that on. And I've got these little Imrishcon faces, which I really want to use. What will I ever do with the sad faces? Because I never use sad faces on the layout. I've got loads. Just want the happy ones. Sunglasses is good. It works well. And I'm going to get my title on and use I'm going to use this word happy. I'm going to finish off with some sequins. Okay, I am going to call it done before I ruin it with any more. So one of this month's challenges in Stash Bash is to create a background using ribbon. However, I'm happy for people to not create a background, but just to use up as much ribbon as they possibly can. So in any way you want to do it, go ahead. So that's one of the challenges over on UK Scrappers for Stash Bash this month. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching and staying with me for this epic video. It's been epic filming it. I'm hoping to speed most of it up so you don't have to spend quite as much time watching as I did making. Say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next month.